Hi guys, welcome to another video. I'm finally doing a how I create my content video. It's a video I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but I film all my videos on my iPhone 14. I used to film them on my iPhone XR, but now I film them on my iPhone 14. It has 128 GB and I love to alternate between the 0.5 and the 1 setting. That's just kind of how I like to film my videos. I also love to film cinematic. It just makes everything look a lot more dramatic and just adds that very fun effect. I also love filming time lapses. I think they are so satisfying and fun to film. It also just kind of shows me how fast I'm doing things. I don't know if that sounds weird. I didn't realize how slow I was writing until I looked back, but I think time lapses are so fun to film and they are so satisfying to watch. I love to film them with my journal with me, and especially with my study or working time lapse. It just holds me super duper accountable. I also take all the photos for my thumbnail on my video, and here are my camera settings. On to probably the most important question ever: how do I edit my videos? This is honestly such a great question because it was really just trial and error. I alternate between editing on my phone and editing on my MacBook, and I really think you don't need any fancy equipment to edit. It's truly just trial and error. For this video, I used a mix of Capcut, iMovie, and InShot. It's honestly whatever works for you. And I just like to import my clips, go through them, see what's working, take out stuff I don't need. And as for audio, I will either use the royalty-free music on Capcut, or if you want something different, you could definitely go on to YouTube. But I love also adding sound effects, but I love searching up like lufeai cafe music or royalty-free music and see which ones you like. Just make sure to credit the artists down in the description. And I love using Pinterest as a kind of place to inspire how I edit my videos, look at different editing styles. And this is a great time to mention today's sponsor, lufeai, which is an amazing AI translator that will help you translate any text on the web. It's basically where you select to translate, it's able to translate images, and it is a free Chrome extension you can add on to your Chrome. It's great for content creators, for students. How it works is you highlight the text you want to translate, and you're able to automatically choose what language you want to translate it in and what language you're translating it from. They also have an auto detect feature, which makes it super simple. There's a link in the description. On to another one of my very frequently asked questions is how I make my thumbnails. So I know a lot of people do it differently, but I have been using Procreate since I started my YouTube. So it is paid, but I think it's definitely an investment, and this is how I kind of like to do it. I like to add a text, add a shadow behind, add another text to kind of just show what I'm doing. I'll add like little pictures and images and icons. I like to highlight things and label things as well, which I think looks super duper cute. Just play around with it, see what you like. Some people like to use Canva as well, and there's a whole different brushes that I use on Procreate, but that is how I do my thumbnails for me personally. Another thing I really like to do in making YouTube videos is to pre-write my description for when I'm actually posting the video. So for me, I like to add a little message about what the video is about, any links of anything I talked about in that specific video. I like to include a link to my last video, and most importantly, I love to obviously give credit and really include that no copyright is intended, especially for the background music I use. I also like to just kind of, again, credit where I got the video and where I got the music from. I also like to include my socials and a little frequently asked question box, just so people get to know me, my channel, what I used to edit, and just a little more about me. But yeah, that is wrong. I used InShot. I used to use Final Cut Pro, but I ended up switching out to Capcut InShot, and I honestly think it really doesn't make a difference. And then I also like to include some tags so my video actually gets out to the right audience and just gets out to more people. And that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.